Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to be showing you guys how to do dip nails right at home. I'm also going to be showing you how to remove any dip powder that you have on currently. So many of you are probably stuck at home in quarantine. Your nails are terribly grown out and you desperately need them done, but obviously no salons are open, you can't get to them. So all the products that I'm going to be showing you are actually available online. My sister gets all of our products for us at Cosmoprof, but she actually is a licensed cosmetologist and you need a license to shop at that store. But I did check, and big retailers like Walmart and Amazon carry the products you need, so you could literally get them in like 2 days and have your nails fixed so fast. So I know many brands make the dipping powder system, but today I'm going to be specifically talking about the OPI dipping system. OPI is a dipping system that my sister and I have used for years. So we've actually been doing dip nails at home for, I would say, almost 2 years now. That's how long I haven't gone to the salon and got my nails done. My sister obviously taught me how to do it. My nails come out really good every single time, and they honestly last me, I would say, a good 2 to 3 weeks. So you're only going to need to buy 4 products from the OPI dipping system in order to achieve the nails. That doesn't include like tools and prep and stuff like that. So in order to do your dip nails, you need at least 1 color, the Clear Set Powder. The Clear Set comes in a bigger powder because you need to use the Clear Set every single time you do your nails, not just with a specific color. And then right here I have next to me the activator and the base coat. So notice that I didn't say top coat. OPI does make a top coat, but it is not that good, and from experience it really leaves your nails very lumpy, and we've tried other brands and it's the same way. So what we actually do is use the base coat for a base coat, and we use the base coat for a top coat. So it's kind of good because you don't need to buy a base coat and a top coat, you could just use the base coat for both. So that's what we do, and then all you need to do is buy the activator as well, and the activator acts as a sealer and it kind of hardens all the products together and makes them nice and strong. Also, I wanted to mention that I'm not going to be showing any drills or anything like you see they use in the nail salon to remove the dip powder. I think that really damages your nails actually, so the method that we use just removes them so easily. It almost like melts off your finger. So if you would like to see how you could achieve dip nails at home, please keep watching. So the products that you are going to need are tinfoil squares, acetone, cotton balls, a buffer, and a nail file, a brush to dust off the powder. I use an old makeup brush, cuticle clippers, which is optional, and a tool to push back the cuticles, which is also optional, the OPI Powder Perfection Step 1 base coat, and Step 2 activator. As I said before, you do not need a top coat. Then you're going to need a powder color of choice. The one that I chose is called Bubble Bath by OPI, and it's a really pretty light pink color. Then you're going to need the OPI Powder Perfection Clear Set Powder, which we're going to use over top of the color. So I'm going to first start by cutting my tinfoil into squares, and then I always make sure to remove my jewelry just so no acetone gets on it and ruins it. So then I take my tinfoil squares and I take my cotton balls, and I actually sometimes rip my cotton balls in half just so I get more use out of one. Before soaking my nails, I grab my file, and I will link my exact one below, but any one in this case will work just fine. So then I'm just going to file off some of the top coat from my previous manicure, and I'm going to do so until my nails look dull, just like this. So I always make sure to use 100% pure acetone because it works the best at removing any nail product. So then after soaking my cotton ball in acetone, I'm going to put it right on top of my nail, and I'm going to make sure it's covering the entire thing. And then I'm going to fold over the top of the tinfoil, and then I go ahead and fold in each side. And whenever I'm wrapping my nails, I really make sure that the cotton ball stays on top of the nail and doesn't slip off. I even make sure to squeeze the tinfoil around my finger so it's nice and tight and doesn't have any chance of slipping off. So I make sure to soak my nails for a good 35 to 40 minutes, and I do this to ensure that my removing process is going to be so easy when I'm ready to take them off, and I'm not going to have any product stuck on my nail. A good tip, which is of course optional, is to keep your hands by heat while you're soaking them off. I sometimes sit by my heater, and this allows the product that I'm soaking to warm up faster, and it allows it to melt a lot quicker. After about 40 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and start to remove the tinfoil and the cotton balls from my nails. And I know this is a little blurry, but you could see that the product slipped off my nail incredibly easy. And as you know, I didn't have to use a drill or a file or anything like that to get any of the product off. And if your product is not coming off as easy as mine is, I would just recommend soaking your nails again with the cotton ball and tinfoil. I do not recommend going in with a file or a buffer to get off the rest. So after all of the product is removed, I'm just going to take my buffer and I'm going to use it to smooth the surface of my nail. And by buffing, it's also going to remove any little bit of residue that is left over. So after all of my nails are buffed, I'm just going to go in with my file and I'm just going to carve out the shape that I want my nails in. And of course you could do any shape you want, but I've been recently doing like an oval almond shape, and I just really think that this particular shape elongates my fingers. And to achieve this shape, I really just follow my smile line, and it's really just the white line that is on your nail, and I use that as a guide. After my nails are all done getting filed, I'm just going to go ahead and wash my hands, and then I'm just going to dry my nails with a clean paper towel. So now would be the time to cut your cuticles if that's what you want to do, but in my case, I'm just using the tool that pushes back my cuticles just because I don't cut my cuticles every single time that I do my nails. Next, I'm going to go ahead and spray my nails with alcohol, and this is going to prevent any bacteria from getting trapped underneath the dip powder. Then I follow that by rubbing it in with a paper towel. Next, I'm going to take my file and I'm going to do what's called scoring the nail, and this is just running the file at the way bottom of the nail, creating little grooves, and these little grooves are going to help the dip powder from lifting off the nail, and it just makes everything adhere better. And here I'm just showing you that I only focus it at the bottom of my nail and I don't go above that point. Next, I'm going to take my brush that I'm going to be using to dust off the excess powder, and I'm going to be spraying it with alcohol, and this is going to cleanse the brush from any bacteria that could potentially be on it. And then I'm going to run it along a dry paper towel, and this will dry the brush as well as remove any excess color left on it from my previous use. So next, I'm going to dust off my nails, removing any particles or dust that may be left on them. So now all my prepping is done and I'm finally able to start dipping. So I'm just going to open up my color powder that I'm using. Again, it's Bubble Bath by OPI, and I'm going to take my OPI Powder Perfection Step 1 Base Coat, and I'm going to begin painting my nails. As you can see, I didn't speed this frame up because I wanted to show you guys how slow I actually do paint my nails, and I do this just to ensure that I'm getting really clean lines, and I also make sure to not paint too thick because then the powder will look goopy and too heavy. And make sure not to leave your finger out of the powder too long because then the base coat will dry and it won't have a chance to grab the powder evenly. Then I tilt the powder to the side and make sure I dip my nail in at a 45-degree angle, and I leave it in just long enough to have the powder cover the entire nail. And sometimes I do go in for a second dip, and that's just making sure that all of my nail is coated with the powder. And then I'm just going to go ahead and paint the rest of my nails, making sure I'm doing nice thin coats. And I also wanted to mention, after I dip my nails in the powder, I actually tap them, and that's just to get off any excess powder there is left on. After I'm done dipping my first coat, I'm just going to go in with a brush and I'm going to dust over all of my nails. So now I'm going in with my second coat of color, and I'm just gonna do this the same exact way as I did the first coat. I'm just making sure I keep painting nice thin layers so my nail doesn't turn out too thick. And then I'm just gonna go in with my brush once again and dust any excess powder off. So now it is time to go in with the Clear Set Powder, and I'm going to apply this the same exact way as I did the color powder. I am making sure I'm going in with one thin layer to each nail and dipping the exact same way, holding it at a slant and dipping my finger in at a 45-degree angle. So you actually only need one layer of the Clear Set Powder, and then after that I go in with a brush to remove any excess powder I have left on. Next, I'm going in with my OPI Powder Perfection Step 2 Activator, and I paint my nails pretty thoroughly with this, and don't be afraid to get it on your skin. It won't do anything to it, and this is just going to set all of the powders in place and make them nice and hard. So after the activator has dried for about 30 seconds, I'm going to go in with my buffer, and I'm going to use this to smooth over all of my nails and potentially smooth out any ridges that may have formed in the process. So after my nails are all done getting buffed, I'm going to go in one last time with my file, and I'm just going to go over my shape and make sure they're exactly how I want. Also, if your nail came too thick or lumpy in a certain spot, just take the top of the file and run it over the top of your nail and smooth it all down. Now you're going to take the buffer for one last time and smooth over all of your nails. Now I'm just taking the brush and dusting off any powder that may have got on my nails from the file or buffer. Next, I'm going to take my OPI Powder Perfection Step 2 Activator, and I'm going to apply one layer to my nails, and again, I'm making sure I coat the entire nail. So then I'm going to go ahead and make sure the activator dries on my nails for a good 2 to 3 minutes. So after about 3 minutes, the activator has dried, and I'm going to go in with a clean paper towel and remove any excess residue that's left on my nails. So the last step is to go in with the base coat, and as I said before, we're using this as the top coat, and I'm just going to apply a thin layer to each one of my nails. And that first coat is actually going to dry a little bit dull, so you're actually going to go in and do a second top coat layer, and I want to make it a point to cap your nails, and what I mean by capping is just running over the tip of your nail, and this is just going to seal in the top coat and prevent your nails from chipping. So after you paint your second top coat layer on your nails, you're actually going to wait 10 to 15 minutes for your nails to dry completely. After that time, you're going to go in with rubbing alcohol and spray it directly on your nails. And then I'm going to rub the alcohol in with a paper towel, which is going to make them really shiny. So at the end of all my manicures, I always make sure to go in with cream to restore the moisture back into my skin. And then I just go over each finger with a damp warm cloth. So this is the finished product. I am so happy with how my nails turned out, and as I said before, my nails last about 2 to 3 weeks. And I also wanted to mention, if anybody has any questions about the process of how I do my nails or anything about this video, please just don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. I will answer everybody as quickly as possible. So that is it. As you guys could see, it's really not that hard to achieve a dip manicure at home. The color that I chose is called Bubble Bath. It's actually one of their customer favorite colors. It's just a really pretty light baby pink color, and I think it's perfect for spring and honestly all year round. It's nice also not to have to worry about chipping because this powder does not chip at all. I think it's like impossible actually. And if you see your nails looking a little bit dull, all you need to do is take some rubbing alcohol and take a paper towel or just rub it in with your finger and it'll shine your nails up so nice. And that's what I do probably like a couple times a week just to refresh them and to shine them up again. Again, all of the products that you've seen in this video will certainly be linked below. All the powders, the files, the polishes, even the cotton balls will be linked down below. So make sure you check out the description box below if you want any of these items to do your dip manicure at home. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one.